In today's video, we're going to put something to the test that a lot of you may have been curious about at some point. Can a flamethrower be used to clear away snow? Guys, we've made flamethrowers.
A lot of flamethrowers.
Several different types of flamethrowers in the past, and today we've got 3 of them here. We're going to test them all. I've had to shovel my driveway several times in the last few weeks, and I hate it. And every time I do it, I just wonder, like, would it be better to just try and melt it all away? So we're up here at the dome, and there is snow all around this dome. And we have flamethrowers.
We do.
So we're going to test them out. And we've got 3. We've got our fire extinguisher flamethrower, which can use a powder or a liquid fuel. We're going to be using liquid today. We've got our arm-mounted flamethrower, which uses canisters of propane as a fuel. And then we've got Big Bertha, the first flamethrower actually that Grant built, and this uses gasoline and diesel as a fuel. So while I think the biggest one is going to work the best, I gotta say I'm not super confident that any of them are going to clear much of the snow.
But we still have to know.
We really want to try.
Yeah.
And I think that no matter how poorly it performs, it's going to be so much more fun than shoveling snow.
So true.
Shoveling snow isn't fun.
Here's the basic idea. You have seen us use or create several flamethrowers in the past. Now we're going to go ahead and take these flamethrowers and put it to the test against some snow. Okay, my first question though is, how effective do you think this is going to be, and which one do you think is going to work best?
I'll answer your questions in reverse order. Which one is going to work best? I think that the big one is going to work best because that actually sprays out fuel. It sprays it out, and sometimes that fuel can even land on stuff and keep burning. As for how effective it's going to be though, I'm really not sure. Flamethrowers put out a lot of heat.
They do, but not for an extended amount of time.
It's true. I think the longest running one is the big one, and we only get maybe a minute out of that. Maybe this one goes a little bit longer with its propane tanks because it's not pouring fuel as quickly. Start with the little one.
Let's go. How to clear your driveway, test 1.
I think it just went out.
No, it was burning something.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, my arm's on fire, so there's that. Yeah, I couldn't really see anything, but you can see the marks. So, first test didn't go according to plan. We think there's probably just a little too much liquid in the canister. So we've added some boric acid. That's gonna make our flames green, so we can hopefully at least see the flame hitting the snow, especially with how bright it is right now.
I'm also gonna try and pressurize it just a little bit more so it's spraying out and like aerosolizing more than it did last time.
Okay, there's nothing. Yes! Dang it, it blew it out. All right, we're gonna try that one more time with what we've got left, but you can see the green flame. You can see it's not done much to the snow. It's pockmarked it a little bit, but that's about it.
It wasn't very visible, so we've actually shoveled a couple of snow inside the dome so we can make it darker, and we're gonna try this just one more time before moving on to our next flamethrower. So we're testing this because I wanted to not shovel snow, and then here I am shoveling snow.
Well, it didn't do anything to the snow, but it made me very happy.
So amazingly, that's like the exact same thing that was happening outside.
Yeah.
You just couldn't see it outside.
See it.
Methanol burns very light colored. Like compared to color that the lighter fluid burns, it's almost invisible. Like there's a lot of it on the ground still right here. This is all on fire, but it's almost all methanol, and so it's just almost invisible, even with the green in it. All right, here goes. We're gonna do a test, see if we can get it to ignite with the taser. If that doesn't work, we're gonna go to our little fire stick, but here goes. Ready, and... Now that was considerably more effective than the methanol.
Just slightly.
That got rid of that lump of snow pretty quick. I think we need to do it again, but outside and see how much we can actually clear away. That was about 1 shovelful of, like with a normal snow shovel clearing my driveway, that was about 1 shovelful.
So it still takes several hours, but you could do it.
But it got rid of it.
It did.
In this situation, all right, let's refuel, try it outside.
Well,
wow.
You put a hole in the snow.
I think that was already there. It worked a lot better inside when it was just a pile of snow surrounded by dirt. With the snow surrounded by more snow, it was even less effective.
Yeah, it's true. The surface is now slush.
Yeah.
That's about as far as we
I think
got.
I dropped down about 1 inch, and that was it. Whole double tanks of propane. Ooh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, that was only 1 tank, that's why.
Oh.
Let's relight.
All right, has 1 tank, 1 more to go.
3, 2, 1.
All right, that's a decent dent.
I mean, kind of.
It's a decent dent given the fact that it's 14 degrees and we have several feet of snow.
So that's now both tanks worth of fuel emptied out onto it, and that's not much.
I think it's still more than we were expecting it to do, especially after the fire extinguisher flamethrower.
That's true. The fire extinguisher really got pretty much nowhere. This at least like visibly melted some snow.
It's also softer. Like this is very hard frozen snow right now. This is slushy now.
We've made a slush surface and we made it dirty too. It's nice and clean underneath, but more melted. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think this particular one would be good for cleaning off your driveway, but car windshield maybe.
If you really, really don't care about your car's paint job.
All right, I think it's time for Big Bertha. Guys, I've never gotten to play with Big Bertha before, so I'm thrilled. I'm also thrilled that Nate is holding that fire extinguisher in his hand. A real one. All right. Yes! Woo! I think it works. I love this thing. I think that one is the most successful so far. It might not be the most practical or effective way of clearing snow off your driveway, but I think we can all agree that it's the most fun. That's just a look of pure glee on my face. That pretty much sums up how I felt at the time.
Pretty much the result of using flamethrowers in my experience. So of the three,
Yep.
fire extinguisher with methanol, pretty much worthless.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that does nothing.
Slightly stained the snow and that was about the end of it. Propane mounted flamethrower.
Decent.
Surprisingly good, at
In
least,
small
especially in the small
quantities,
quantities.
yes.
Out in the snow on the driveway, not great, but I think it actually melted about the same amount of snow as the big one that was using diesel and gasoline as a fuel.
The only advantage I am seeing to our diesel and gasoline flamethrower, Big Bertha, is that the fuel itself is being ejected with the flame itself. So it's landing and still burning, so you have a little bit more burn time. That's about it.
Overall, I'm gonna say this doesn't work. It's very fun, but it is not very effective. This is why we use shovels. It just takes too much energy to melt snow.
Guys, that's not all. You know we've always got more for you to see. That box up at the top will take you to our latest video, and that box at the bottom is what YouTube thinks you should be watching next. Hit this bomb in the middle to subscribe to the club so you never miss out on the fun. Don't forget to ring that bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.